Thanks for coming. It's a really good turnout. The purpose here is just to bring up to speed with what the association is doing on behalf of you as members and the profession, and we want it to be as interactive as possible. Normally, in the past, we've come to do roadshows and we've spoken actually with a range of speakers for most of the time that we see you, and this time we're trying to do less speaking and more listening and talking, so and in a different kind of way. So we hope it's useful and lots of opportunities for questions and answers. And at the end, we've got a question for you that we want to ask you.
We are a member organisation, and so we want feedback from you guys because you guys are the members of it. And in the old days, we could provide member services. We did CPD and continuing education, and we could continue to do that, and that would be really comfortable. But a few years ago, and I actually went on another roadshow, we said to you, what do you actually want this association to do? And the overall push was that you wanted us to get out there and lead from the front, to be lobbying for the profession, to be the advocacy for the profession, and actually to really front foot the issues and try and make sure that we increase our influence at the top tables. So that's really what we've been doing, which has changed how we do it. So that is our real thrust of this discussion, and why we want you to actually be involved in it as well. So to get there, we decided if we continue to do what we've always done, we'll get what we've always got. So let's have a wee think and look at ourselves. And part of that was we decided we needed to be more engaging. So we actually had to get out and talk to you a lot, and also talk to our, what we call external stakeholders. And we actually had to change the way we're doing it because it wasn't working. We were talking at quite a lot of tables. Well, we worked quite hard to get on a lot of tables because we actually weren't even on the tables. It especially started with what we call the primary growth partnerships. These all started to increase, double the agricultural exports led by the government. And we weren't even, as veterinarians, on those tables. And we all thought that was not correct because we felt we were vital to those industries, but we weren't even there. We fought pretty hard to get on the tables, but then we really weren't very influential. We were just talking and actually not getting any actions. So now we've kind of decided that we only need to be on some tables, and we need to be higher up the food chain and making more of an influential position. And so we had to change the way we did that. One of the things we recognised as veterinarians is that we get into the detail too much, and we want everything perfect, and we want the science, which we certainly don't want to lose the science, but sometimes we get so caught up in the detail of the science that we leave our non-vet humans behind, and they kind of glaze over and they can't really cope with how we deal with things. We all grew up together in the ivory tower, so we kind of understand that, and we kind of learnt to read a whole lot of boring things, and that was really how we learnt often. The majority of the population don't get that, and so we have to kind of change it. And I think you can see some examples of that where science has been left behind because social media and the kind of whatever people are talking about, and it doesn't have to have any backing, takes over because it gets the media coverage. So once again, we've had to have a real think about how we do these things, because in the old days, as a practitioner, so I still work in my practice in Bullsbane, my partners might beg to differ, but never mind. So in the old days, if I was asked the media wanted to talk about something in my practice, I'd say, oh my goodness, I didn't want to do it for a start. I'd see if anybody else was around that could do it. I would then put them off to the afternoon, want to write half a page or 2 pages on it, double check the spelling. I would want to get a couple of my guys to check it as well to make sure that we all agreed on it, and then I would send it to the reporter asking for a copy to be sent back to me before it was put into print, because I want to make sure that it was absolutely correct. And funnily enough, we didn't get into the media very often. That was really how we were working as the NZVA. We were trying to get everything so right and so that it couldn't be misinterpreted that we were missing the ability to influence and get into the media. So what we've worked out now is that in the old days it may have been okay to leave it a couple of hours or half a day, but now the turnaround for media is 10 minutes. If you don't have something for that reporter in 10 minutes, you're not going to get any coverage. So that has to change how we do business as the NZVA, and probably in your businesses as well. So, becoming far more nimble and actually reacting to this changing world that we're living in. So, as I said, the world is changing. We've got a fantastic profession, but we've got really big things that are happening out there, mainly technology, digital influences are going to change how we do things, and so we have to be nimble and we have to be looking forward and working out what we can do to make sure that the future is good for the profession.